Unit 2, Self-Management Skills 1. Introduction. Self-management, which is also referred to as self-control or self-regulation, is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior effectively in different situations. We work hard every day to manage our personal and professional lives. Every day is like a small battle. Only when we plan our day, we can achieve our goals. Learning the skills of self-management is an essential task for students in the 21st century. Students with strong self-management skills arrive to class prepared, pay attention, follow directions, and work independently with focus. Let us study now how we can learn this skill to achieve our short-term and long-term goals by motivating oneself and setting and working towards personal and academic goals. Self-management. Self-management, which is also referred to as self-control or self-regulation, is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors effectively in different situations. The word communication comes from the Latin word communicare, meaning to share. In the figure given below, you can see that communication is the sharing of information between two or more individuals or within a group to reach a common understanding. While writing an exam, have you ever felt that you should have studied more? Do you think that you could manage your hobbies, interests, and studies better if you could manage your time well? Self-management involves understanding yourself, understanding what your interests and abilities are. Positive impact of self-management. Self-management helps you to have a good control on your strengths and weaknesses. Nothing can make you sad or unhappy unless you allow your emotions to flow in that direction. It is the process of preparing for the future. We have the following positive impacts on us with strong self-management skills. Let us study a few of them. It helps in the overall development of a person. It polishes your skills and enhances your employability with better career prospects. It makes you realize your potential and maximizes your productivity that helps you grow personally and professionally. It brings strong organizational skills that help you streamline your work. It helps you to have a good control on your good and bad emotions in such a way that your mind rules you and not your emotions. It is always result-oriented. It helps you stay focused on your goals. It makes you a responsible person as you are accountable to yourself for your effort and hard work. It develops strong competitive spirit so that we are able to handle it in a healthy manner. It develops self-confidence as we trust our own abilities. Self-management skills. The steps, strategies, and skills that we can use towards the achievement of goals are called self-management skills. These skills prepare us to deal with situations arising in environments where there is a little guidance, structure, and monitoring. Self-management comprises three key skills. They are as follows. Initiative. It means identifying a problem and working to solve it without being told what to do. Organizational skill. It is the ability to use our time, energy, and resources in the most effective way in order to achieve the goals we have set. It includes defining tasks, managing time, and sticking to the schedule. Accountability. It is to be able to feel responsible for the completion of tasks. It involves avoiding procrastination, adopting a solution-centered attitude, managing emotions, and coping with distress. Components of self-management skills. Self-management teaches us to be productive no matter what the circumstances are. Components of self-management skills include the following. Self-awareness. It is the awareness of your own personality. It is the ability to notice your feelings, your physical sensations, your reactions, your habits, your behaviors, and your thoughts. It enables you to learn about yourself in a way no one else can ever teach you. For example, as an individual, we are aware of artistic skills. If I am good at fine arts, I will surely volunteer to participate in drawing competition. Self-confidence. It is the trust in your own abilities, qualities, and judgment. Some people are born with it, and some learn to build up after facing the challenges of life. When you learn how to be confident, you can use it in your everyday life to tackle all of your goals. You can do any task that is given to you and not scared of taking risks. For example, it's a sense of self-confidence that takes a person on stage to speak in a public gathering. Self-development.
It is all developing our skill base and eagerness to learn, and we should accept new things.
Self-motivation. It is the force that drives you to do the things. Everything we do is motivated by some combination of conscious and unconscious needs or desires. Staying motivated is not something that happens naturally all the time. You should be ready to take challenges and open to positive learning. Remember that impossible itself says, I am possible. For example, it's only self-motivation that makes a good sportsperson. Self-commitment. It is the state of being committed to yourself and being loyal to your actions. This is the first step to becoming conscious as you start looking at things in a more objective manner. For example, not eating junk food, whatever the situation is, completing your school project on your own without any help, etc. Self-control. It is the ability to manage your impulse, emotions, and behavior. Know yourself so you can manage your emotions and impulses. It acts as a force to have a more successful and satisfying life. For example, Indian system of fasting is an excellent example of self-control. Fasting restricts a person from eating specific food. Problem solving. It is the understanding of a problem and finding a solution using step-by-step method. For example, a teacher has to find his or her own how he or she can improve the performance of his or her students. Positive thinking. It is a positive way of thinking that makes us express certainty or affirmation even in tough situations. Our positivity can help us build a positive environment around us. For example, a student securing bad marks will reason out with positive thinking that his efforts were not up to the mark. Taking initiative. It is being able to work without always being told what to do. We learn to think, understand, and take action when needed. Time management. Time is of the essence in every field. It is very important to achieve tasks on time and as per plan. It is the method of planning and balancing your time to meet your everyday targets. Staying organized can help you prioritize your activities based on their urgency and importance. Focus on your abilities to complete your work in an effective way. For example, meeting the deadline of the project assigned in a class is a practical example of time management. Stress management. It is the technique to handle the levels of stress in day-to-day life by taking charge of your emotions, efforts, thoughts, and surroundings. We all have stress at home and at work. No single method works for everyone or in every situation, so experiment with different techniques and strategies. Focus on what makes you feel calm and in control. Don't let stress get in the way of your success. For example, shifting to a new house with things scattered all over brings a lot of stress.
Goal setting. Our goals should be realistic with a set time frame. Planning concrete goals leads to them being accomplished easily.
Personal hygiene and grooming. We shall keep ourselves clean, healthy, and smart as it is an important part of our personality. If we dress and groom properly, then it sends the message that we are confident, smart, and sincere. Organizational skills. It is the ability to plan and organize a given task in an effective manner. Good organizational abilities will prevent difficulty in your work and disorder in your daily life. For example, a student needs to have necessary material for the assigned activity, stay in their seat, and finish required work before going to the next assignment. Who are you? Knowing what you do well or not so well will help you in changing your weakness into strength and improve your strength. This process of knowing yourself is the most challenging job. By putting time and effort, you can take advantage of your strength and work on your weaknesses to overcome them. Let us learn how we can handle this. Understanding yourself. It means to understand who you are, what your desires and dreams are, what your thoughts and feelings are, what your passions and fears are, and what your likes and dislikes are. Knowing yourself helps you understand your own identity. It is important to know yourself in order to achieve success in life. It gives you purpose, direction, and a true sense of well-being. Being self-aware or understanding who you are helps in knowing your strength, hidden talent, skills, and even
Weakness.
let us have a look at what could be your strengths and
Weakness.
strength. It is the quality that enables us to accomplish continued success. We all have some sort of strength. We all have strengths, but we are not aware of them sometimes. Anything that energizes you and gives you inner contentment brings out the true side of your personality. Identifying your strengths is a very time-consuming process, and if you are not honest in your introspection, then you may not succeed in this mission. Examples of strengths are good interpersonal skills, healthy eating habits, good communication skills.
Being focused in life, being emotionally very strong, having strong self-control, being fearless.
How to identify your strengths? Identify your strengths by talking a few people close to you. Listen to them honestly what they have to say good about you. Ask them as follows. 1. What do you think I'm good at? 2. What are my strengths? 3. How can I use my strengths to choose my career? 4. Which task can I do for hours without getting tired? List down the good things conveyed to you by these people, sit alone and introspect. If you want to be doubly sure, then you can also take a personality test by going to a professional. Feel your strength with these good points and what others have appreciated in you. Use your strength in choosing the correct path for your overall development. Weakness. It is a quality that prevents us from achieving our full potential. Our weaknesses are the areas which require improvement by way of being regularly monitored and addressed accordingly. If you are able to identify your traits that hold you back, then it becomes easy to find a solution to overcome your weaknesses. You have to honestly start painting an accurate picture of yourself so that you can actively use it to enhance your overall personality. Examples of weaknesses.
Unhealthy habits, conservative personality, lacking presentation skills, negative attitude, being lazy and having laid-back attitude, having insecurity, etc.
How to identify your weaknesses? Identify your weaknesses by asking the following questions from yourself. 1. When did you feel unsatisfied and unhappy with your behavior? 2. In what types of tasks do others perform better than you? 3. What types of tasks do you leave incomplete? In what types of tasks do you seek help from others? Use your strengths to improve on your weaknesses. Take the feedback from your friends, family, and colleagues to help you identify weaknesses correctly. Feel confident by overcoming your weaknesses. Take the criticism in a positive way. Note: SWOT analysis is an effective tool. SWOT is an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses are considered to be internal factors over which we have some measures of control. Opportunities and threats are considered to be external factors over which we have essentially no control. Self-confidence.
Self-confidence, in simple language, means believing in your own self. It is respecting your own self by believing in your own abilities, strengths, and judgments. With your self-confidence, you are more energized and motivated to take action and achieve your goals. You will devote your resources to try new things. If a speaker has confidence in his abilities, he will communicate well on stage in front of his audience. Similarly, if a student is prepared well, he will attempt his paper with self-confidence.
Traits of a self-confident person. There are innumerable traits that a self-confident person should possess to make his own identity in this world. Let us now study some of these traits that make a self-confident person stand out from the rest. Focused. It's only when you begin to focus, you transform, change, and grow. If you stay focused, you will grow up to be a more confident person. Positive attitude. A positive attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst and adds to the confidence of an individual. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Our strengths and weaknesses make our character. A confident person always focuses on his strengths and not on weaknesses. Self-belief. When we feel confident in ourselves, we are able to trust in our abilities, qualities, and judgment. When you believe in yourself, you are more confident to try new things. Hardworking. A hardworking person is always more confident. He is aware of the fact that if nothing else, his hard work will be able to make him sail through the most difficult situation.
Committed. When you are committed to doing something, you accept and make no excuses. Your confidence automatically increases with your commitment.
Shaping self-confidence. There are mainly three factors that help in building self-confidence. These are cultural factors, social factors, and physical factors. Let's take a closer look at these factors. Cultural factors. Cultural impact is the behavioral characteristics of people based on their surroundings, traditions, customs, festivals, and religion. We need to be sensitive to people belonging to different backgrounds. It shapes how we see ourselves and others in our society. Also, a family's cultural values shape the development of a child. Young children may describe themselves based upon their family's values. For example, some cultures do not allow women to step out of the house and earn a living. She is expected to be dependent on a male member. Children are expected to be sober and quiet in front of elders, while in other cultures, all are treated equally and have full right to live the life they want. The influence of culture shapes a person and has a great impact on self-confidence. Social factors. Social factors include our society and people around us. It can be the people in our classroom, family at home, friends in our colony, colleagues in our workplace, and strangers on the street. Each one of us needs a push to start working harder. All of us want to be motivated by our loved ones around us. The pressure of society has a very strong impact on the self-confidence of a person and will affect the performance of a person to a certain level. For example, Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, was told in high school that he did not have the skill and felt dejected during his childhood. Dr. Seuss, the famous author of children's literature, was rejected by nearly 27 publishers early in his career. Physical factors. Good personal hygiene with a healthy physique boosts self-confidence in a person. This will bring a positive mood and a great sense of happiness. People around you will treat you well. With this positive public image, you will easily achieve your goals in life. Physical factors will influence the personality of a person, such as speaking style and accent, body language, non-verbal signs and gestures, physical appearance, mood swing, personal hygiene and grooming, good health, etc. Note: Nicholas James Vujicic, motivational speaker and founder of Life Without Limbs, was born with tetra-amelia syndrome. It is a rare disorder that is characterized by the absence of arms and legs in a person by birth. Nick is one of the 7 known individuals in the world who are diagnosed with this syndrome. He overcame his disability with his self-confidence. From being a disabled child to a self-reliant motivational speaker, Nick has come a long way. He has overcome the fears that plugged him as a young child and built a fulfilling life around his disability. He has used his disability as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Steps for developing self-confidence. Confidence helps you express the most beautiful version of yourself. A confident person is always focused in life and learns from his mistakes. If you compare yourself with others, you might struggle to concentrate and feel low in self-esteem. Instead of focusing on your work, you will be more worried about what others think of you. So let us now learn what steps we need to take to build our self-confidence. Think of your abilities and strengths. A self-confident person always tries to sharpen on his strong points. Be aware of your abilities and strengths to overcome hurdles in your life. Set a goal for yourself. Always try to set an achievable goal for yourself. Think of something that you want to do and try to work towards it. Plan the steps you must take to achieve your goals. It boosts up your confidence. Focus on your achievement and learn from your failures. The first and the foremost step in building your confidence is to focus on your strengths. Let your failures inspire you to do better. In the games field, you will find sportspersons seeing the replay of their own performances so that they can improve on their game and correct their mistakes. Develop a positive attitude. Remember that you can control your attitude. Try to introspect if you face negative thoughts. Turn it around to make it into a positive one. The saying of half empty and half filled glass is an old one. As of today, the thought that we have glass and water should be good enough to make us feel positive. Act confidently. It is a trait all confident people possess. It is only you who can point out your mistakes. Your body language should show your confidence. Tips that help enhance self-confidence. Self-confidence is the key to success in personal as well as professional life. Acquisition of self-confidence therefore, is vital for a happy and healthy living in the long run. You can acquire self-confidence if you can imbibe and implement the following in your day-to-day life. Think positive. Positive attitude means focusing on the positives even in the times of adversity. When there is positivity in your thoughts, automatically it will reflect in your actions. Count your blessings, start your day on a positive note. Reboot your mind and body. That's why every school day starts with a morning prayer. It helps to remove negative thoughts and adds positivity. Dream big. Dream enormously big and then work towards achieving your goals. True success is all about working towards meaningful goals and dreams. Goals need not be achieved every single time, but it leads you to move closer towards them. Maintain personal hygiene and cleaning. Personal hygiene is the practice of keeping ourselves clean. An individual's personal hygiene is very important. It is one of the biggest reasons of acceptance or rejection by your peer group. It not only builds confidence in you, but it also keeps you healthy. Personal hygiene is important because it helps us in the following ways. To stay healthy, to create a good image of ourselves, to avoid feeling ashamed in public due to our bad breath, body odor, etc. 3 steps to personal hygiene are as follows. 1. Care. Keep your hair free of dandruff. Massage oil or cream to take care of your skin. Brush your teeth daily. Change your toothbrush as soon as it deshapes. Cut your nails every week. 2. Wash. Wash your hands frequently. Take bath every day. Wash your clothes regularly. Wash your hair at least every second day. Wash your feet often. 3. Avoid. Blow your nose or cough into a handkerchief to avoid spreading germs. Keep your feet dry and change your socks every day. Loud and clear voice. The tone of our voice is
Directly linked to our confidence.
Shy people tend to keep their voice low. They don't want to draw attention, which they would if they speak up. So, when you are in the class, Speak up, project your voice, be loud, and see what kind of an impact it has on your confidence. Stay happy with little things. Happiness always comes in small packages. Try to appreciate the smallest of things that you have and make the most of it. Show gratitude. Body language. Confident people have a different body language. They walk tall and keep their head up. They look into the eyes of others. They also keep their body flexible. Whenever we feel bad about ourselves, we feel down or hurt, we tend to close down not only emotionally but physically also. We try to become as small as possible so people do not notice us. We curl up so we limit the surface of exposure. Grooming. Often our lack of self-confidence forms the fact that we do not feel in our skin. We do not care much about how we dress. Our haircut is out of fashion. Our skin is not taken care of. So get a nice haircut. Adopt regular workout to get toned muscles. Remember, once you feel good in your skin, you will start projecting on it. Know yourself. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. You are empowering yourself when you are introspect. The better you know about yourself, the better is your relationship with the rest of the world. Use your experience. Apart from academics, the only source of knowledge is experience. Experience is the teacher of all things. Embrace the strengths. Rather than thinking of what we are bad at and working on it, we must embrace our strengths. This will help us to believe in how good we are and boost our self-confidence. In summary, strength is the quality or the state of being physically and mentally strong. Weaknesses are the areas of improvement in your personal and social life. Self-management is basically the ability to organize yourself with positive energy for the overall development in professional, personal, and social life. Self-confidence is the trust in your own abilities, qualities, and judgment. Self-awareness is the awareness of your own personality. Self-motivation is the force that drives you to do the things. Self-control is the ability to manage your impulse, emotions, and behavior. Self-commitment is the state of being committed to yourself and being loyal to your actions. Self-motivation is the force that drives you to do the things. Problem-solving is an analytical skill that helps in identifying a problem and finding a possible solution to it. Stress management is the technique to handle the levels of stress in day-to-day life by taking charge of your emotions, efforts, thoughts, and surroundings. Time management is the method of planning and balancing your time to meet your everyday targets. Social factors can be the people in our classroom, family at home, friends in our colony, colleagues in our workplace, and strangers on the street. Cultural impact is the behavioral characteristics of people based on their surroundings, traditions, customs, festivals, and religion. Physical factors will influence the personality of a person.